Hey guys, my name's Evren. I'm 23, am I? Yeah, I'm 23. This is my Toyota Supra. Pretty much built this thing from ground up, had it for about 2.5 years. This car was actually sitting on a farm for about 7 or 8 years. Had no front end on it, motor was stuffed, paint job was really bad, had an ugly body kit. You look at the car, you wouldn't want to buy it. I've pretty much built this car from ground up. Done all the wheels, the suspension, so I've pretty much pulled out the guards with the guard roller, put the whole body kit on, put headlights, done the whole sound system. The wheels, I was actually in bed at about 4 AM and I was just thinking I want to get wheels, on my head for a while, and just made up the sizing off the top of my head, just ordered it, had a 6-month wait, but when the wheels finally came, they fit good. I was happy with the sizing and the offset. So I've got an 18 by 12 -10 rear tyre, and the front's a 18 by 10 -25, but I've also got a 25mm spacer, so it's a bit more than that. So this car actually went back to bare metal. It was originally RSP blue when I first picked it up, but the paint job was stuffed. Luckily there was no dents or chips, so when the car went back to bare metal it was all straight. We did paint it again the same colour, but I did change it up a bit. Pretty much every Supra I've seen, they've all got big spoilers and ugly body kits. I just wanted to keep it clean. I shaved off all the wiper, the badges, no spoiler, just kept it that nice, clean, slick look. Pretty much when I was 17, my dad and I went to the auctions just to buy a couple cars, buy and sell. My dad's been doing that for a while, to make some money off it when he was my age. And pretty much it was my turn to do so. I've always had an interest in cars and bikes and whatnot. I ended up buying a R34 Skyline, which was a non-turbo automatic, and a DC5 Honda Integra Type S. I did initially buy both the cars to flip them. The Integra, I ended up liking the car, ended up driving that from my L's to my P's, had that for my first year of my P's, and in that time I ended up doing the basic mods, had wheels, coilovers and whatnot. And since then it's just pretty much been like that. My life's just revolved around cars. I've always had a good passion for them. I've also got a 34 GTR, which is a V-Spec 2. I've got a 32 GTR as well, and an S14, which is a Series 2. That's Australian delivered. I have been into my bikes. I did have an R6 at one stage, which was about 3 years ago, until I had an accident. Ended up flying off the bike, went into a coma, tore ligaments in my leg, had to have a full knee reconstruction. I couldn't actually walk for 8 months. Since then, steered away from bikes, concentrated more on my cars, and pretty much that's why I built this thing. I ended up finding this thing cheap, jumped on it, and the build's continued since then. So who inspired me for this build? It might come off as a bit cocky, but I didn't really look at anyone for inspiration. I wanted to do something different, hence why instead of getting a fiberglass kit, I pumped out the factory metal guards, put the car on bags. People always ask me, why would you bag a Supra? Why would you camber a Supra? I guess at the end of the day, it's just what I wanted to do. I've pretty much done all the suspension work, all the arms, everything pretty much under the car is fully adjustable. I mean, at one stage I was running -17 camber on the rear, but that was pretty impractical. My drive shaft ended up popping off halfway to Sydney, so that was a bit of a headache. The bags, I could only find one kit at the time, which set me back quite a bit because no one was making bags for a Toyota Supra. So I've got D2 bags from America, which are fully height adjustable, so they're pretty much like coilovers, but it's got the bag in it as well. You can adjust the height, the dampener, the stiffness and everything like that. And I've also got the full camber adjustments and everything on the front and the rear. So the car does handle quite well. It's not too bad compared to what you'd think bags would handle like. So future plans for my build, pretty much with this car, or pretty much any other build, I just go with the flow. I'll think of something different and I'll pretty much just do it. At this stage, I'm contemplating putting a lip spoiler on it. I don't want anything too big because every Supra's either got the TRD wing or a big Stance Nation sort of wing. I don't know what you want to call it, a kilogram wing. I don't want that. I want the clean sort of look, hence why I might go a lip spoiler on the car. But yeah, I might just do a few different things, but we'll see how we go. Just go with the flow, I guess. A message for people that want to get into the car scene or into their cars. Number one, don't give up. don't give up. No matter how hard it gets, don't give up. That's one thing you gotta be sure to do. Number two, don't worry about what people think. Don't worry about what people say. I get it all the time. Why camber a Supra? Why bag a Supra? Why lower a Supra? Why stance a Supra? It's something you get constantly, but you just gotta ignore all the haters. There's a lot of jealous people out there. Just do the car the way you want it to be. Build it the way you want it to be. Do it for you, not for anyone else.
Alright, video's done. Video's done, good job.
That's it.
Alright. Now we're gonna do some